Hi everyone, and welcome back to AJ Club Sport. Today I would like to do 1 year in or just over this review of the Gearbox, Gearbox related issues, clutch and all of this. So if you all remember correctly, I've had issues with my Gearbox basically from day one. And after pushing a bit, and thank you very much to Toyota Italy, with which I have a very good relationship, they did get the gearbox off the car, rip it down, and in my specific case, some packers were wrong in the two main gear cascades, and they had to change a couple of synchros, and then they put it all back together, and their gearbox was most improved. At that stage, I still was on the OEM clutch, and after making the perfect clutch bleeding, after having everything aligned, and so on the street, the gearbox was working better. But still, when I went to mountain passes or to do some rally recce, I felt that the gearbox was once more giving me problems, especially shifting between second gear to third, or from third to second gear down. And mostly this shifting up happens when you're shifting up going at very high revs, around 7K. And I was asking myself, how can this happen? So is there some loss in the circuit of, let's say, the clutch? Because why would this happen only when there is heat? Or is the clutch itself that is not reacting? When I say not reacting, I mean that the clutch, sometimes stock clutches and organic clutches stick a bit to the flywheel. But in the case of the GR, yes, it does stick a little bit, but it also almost immediately disengages. So if you try to change this gear at very high revs or going down from third to second, even using the perfect clutch, even using some double tap on the gas, you will have this problem if you don't give it the right time to disengage. And so I said, okay, I want to understand this issue better. So down the gearbox again from the car, and ordered in an extreme clutch kit. This was the one with, let's say, the fast road performance, because I daily my car, and I'll tell you more about this just now. And I said, okay, so we got a clutch plate, we got a new clutch, let's see this flywheel. We have a look at the flywheel on the car, and I'll try to put a video of this. And basically the dual mass flywheel stock on the GR just has got no braking into it. It's got no damping. Usually flywheels have damping because this counters the force of the clutch plate itself when you disengage. So probably for a matter of fact that this car is intended to be driven very hard and everything, and they were maybe anticipating issues with the flywheel itself braking. Maybe they had these issues during development. Basically they made their system where the dual mass flywheel rotates on itself as any dual mass flywheel does, but it does it freely. That's incredible. So there is no damping at all. So my take on this is that in fact your clutch plate is sticking to the flywheel because there is no direct damping, or indirect in the case of the single mass flywheel, that gives it, let's say, the torsional power to just disengage instantly, even if you're pushing back, because still these materials do stick to each other with the heat. So and this is the function, of course. So what happened, I put this new clutch system inside, and once again the issue was improved, but it was not solved. So what I will do in order to get after that, obviously we changed the oil in the gearbox. This again improved quite a bit all our work, but sometimes, let's say, 10% of what it used to be, I still got the issue. Now I can drive around it, let's say, the way I drive the car. I can take this into account, but the issue is still present there. So if I may give you a suggestion, when you do change your clutch, please install a clutch from a very reputable company. I have no attachments to anybody, but get a kit with organic or not disc, but with a single mass flywheel. Because already when you put a new clutch in with a reinforced plate, it's already going to be a bit more difficult to drive. So just go all in and you will solve your problem most likely. I also had the braided line for the clutch hose, and yes, a little improvement in feeling, but it doesn't change the matter. So this is a 1 year in, and I think I nailed it now. I'm happy with how the car is going, but when I will take things apart, maybe to modify the transfer case, we'll see what will come next. I will surely put the same company's single mass flywheel in there. And lastly but not least, these parts you can find for the gear leverage. So this is not a short shifter, this is some inserts that go into the gear leverage just in the car on top of the gearbox and replaces the rubber bushings with aluminum parts. It's very cheap, it's very simple. At the time when I got them, they were only available from Australia, from Lamspeed, so I sourced them there. But I understand that today also the great guy, engineer Scara73 from Italy is making them, and he makes amazing products. So maybe you can also check that out. Very cheap and a very, very good addition. People have mixed feelings about short shifters on this car, and I understand them. I'm using an AirTech one, but I would say it's a mixed bag about this, because the lever does get much harder and you have to be precise. I know exactly what I'm doing, so I'm happy with managing myself with this, but okay. Instead, these linking bushings that are made of aluminium increase the precision in a huge way. They take away play, and this way it means that the lever goes exactly where you want it to go, when you want it to go, in the shortest time possible. It's more like, let's say, a Porsche gearbox now. So that's all for this one, and have a great day again. Bye bye. Cheers.